The Movement for Actualization of Sovereign State of Biafra, Massob, yesterday issued a 48-hour ultimatum asking herdsmen to quit the Ogboli Ohaja community in Agu Local Council of Enugu State, saying they would not be held responsible for whatever could result from their failure to heed the warning. The ultimatum followed an alleged attack on Monday on a young man, Kenneth Ude, in his farm by some herders. Ude, 32, was said to be working on his cassava farm near his residence when some herders stormed the place and allegedly started pulling the cassava and feeding their cows. An attempt to stop the herders from destroying his farmland was said to have resulted in various machete cuts. His attackers were said to have taken to their heels thinking he was dead. He was rescued and rushed to the GDO4 Medical Hospital in Hagu, where he is recuperating. The development was said to have fueled tension in the area, and some young men had combed the bushes in search of the fleeing herdsmen. Also, some police officers from Hagu Division were said to have visited the hospital and taken pictures of the wounded young man. Deputy National Leader of Massob, Chief Ikechukwu Ekwe, who spoke with newsmen, said that they would no longer tolerate killing of innocent people by herdsmen in their farms in the area. He said his group had mobilized to fish out any herder who might not heed the 48-hour ultimatum. Enough is enough. We no longer fold our hands and watch these people decimate us. We will fish them out whenever they may be in this community after 48 hours and handle them in our own way, he said. Meanwhile, Enugu State Police Public Relations Officer ASP David Ndukwe, when contacted, said he was yet to be briefed on the developments and promised to inquire what led to it. Let me even start from that place. I'm sure they will continue to say, oh, they don't know what is happening. But the good news is that the newsmen that are, that were really contacted, they have said they've gone to the hospital to see the said Ude, the Kenneth Ude. Not even the newsmen. It's even the police officer. Yes, police officers from Hagu Division. They were there to visit the hospital, and they were the one that took pictures. Not even the newsmen. So now the Enugu State Police Relation Officer say it's not yet to be briefed. That is what they are going to be doing. They just want to stand, to be on the fence. But that's a different ball game entirely. But thank God that the other officers were there. They saw everything that happened. Congratulations to the farmer, that he did not die in the process. Congratulations to him and his family. He did not die in this process, and it's a good thing that Massob is trying to come in, because every now and then they will just be talking, and people will just be try to be civil, to be politically correct. You don't want to take laws into your hands, but these people are having their days. They are just doing whatever they like. If you continue to say, oh, you don't want to do anything, what has the police done? We have seen a lot of things happening even in that southeast. We are not even talking about south side. We're not even talking about other places. The same area, even other places that these incidents have been happening, they've been happening over and over again. It's not a case of maybe, oh, it's happened once or twice, or maybe it's happened occasionally. But these things have been happening on a daily basis, and people are just talking. Yet the police, they've not been able to do anything. The incident that happened in Kogi State, the police were the ones saying they are looking for those who killed the herdsmen. They were the one who said they were even giving statements. They were narrating to us how it happened, that jejely that the herdsmen, they were doing their own legitimate. They had to put legitimate. Use that word legitimate, that they were doing their own legitimate work. They are doing their own, that some boys or some youths came to kill them. But other cases that have been happening, the police will not tell you, they will not narrate all of those things, that farmers will be on their own. You can imagine now, when it comes to farmers now, they will be forming ignorance. Oh, we've not been briefed. We've not been told. We are not aware. I don't even understand what you are talking about. What are you saying? Those are the language, the statements you are going to be hearing from the police. You can imagine that kind of a thing. So it's not left for the Massob, of course, they've told them that if they don't leave after 48 hours, let us see what they are going to do. I could remember Aisha Yesufu. She said, if you think, oh, you don't want to hurt anybody, you don't want to do, these people are there, they will still come to your house to come and hurt you. They will come to you. If you say you don't want to talk, they will still come to you. Like I always say, these people are not nice, and they have gotten the information that there is this power backing them up from the center, because you cannot tell me in a country like this kind of a thing will be happening on a daily basis and the police will not be doing anything. The government at the center will not be doing anything. The government at the state, they are handicapped. They can't do anything. It's obvious what is happening. What is going on? They can't do anything. So we are waiting for Massob. Let us see what they are going to do. Tell them to leave. They just have to leave. You cannot tell people be quoting that nonsense nonsense law that you can stay anywhere. If you are in a place and you are constituting nuisance, you are a threat to the people of that area. You must leave. Who you be? So they have to do something, oh. They just have to do something, because this thing cannot just continue. Thank God that this guy, is so lucky that he did not die. If this guy had died, what would they have been saying? Of course, nothing will go see do nana. See talk, will they see they talk. But thank God that they didn't kill him. The police will be forming ignorance now. No, we've not been briefed. We've not been did this and that. When are you going to wait? The ones that you've been briefed, what happened? The incident that happened in, what is it called? In Anambra State, when they saw some Rdsm carrying some guns and what have you, when they traced them. Up till now, have you heard anything about them in a broad daylight? And yet their leaders in that community in Anambra State were telling the leaders there, the host communities, that you can do whatever you want to do. And police people were there. What did they do to those people? Have they been arrested? Nothing. Nothing. Like I said, the ones that you've been briefed, what have you done about them? Nothing. It's still the same story upon story. Thank God your people have heard. The ones in that community, the police officers there, they've heard. So you cannot tell us now that this at least is a straightforward thing. They took pictures and they saw everything. So they will relate it back to you. You are not hearing this. Even if your people have not told you, you are hearing it since they called you. That what is, see what happened. So you've heard. So you should swing into action. That's what we expect them to do. But as for the ultimatum, I think these people should go ahead with what they want to do, because somebody cannot tell you that you have to be slapped, you have to be beaten, then you should not cry, you shouldn't do anything. The person that is telling you not to do anything is not protecting you. He's not making an attempt to secure you. And the person will just say, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. One day you will have to fight for yourself. That is just the way it is. It is natural. It is natural. If you as a father, you cannot take care of your children, the children will take care of themselves. They will take care of themselves. If you cannot send them to school, that's using that analogy. If you cannot send them to school, the children, they will go outside. They will go and fend for themselves anyhow. You don't give them food, they will go and fend for themselves, whichever way. If you want your children to be law-abiding, if you want them to be respectful, if you want them to do whatever you want them to do, you must provide everything for them. And they have no choice. Their own duty is just to obey what you are saying, because you are providing everything for them. You cannot be doing something else and you just overlook them. They will take care of themselves. That's just the way it is. So we just hope this Massob, they will not compromise at the end of the day. Someone says, Esme come to a community and tap the indigene with machetes. Okay, and stab the indigene machetes and disappear with many cows. Does it mean the Igbo are very, very weak these days? If a whole big tribe love like Igbo cannot defend themselves with these incessant attacks, what about other smaller tribes? This one is asking the question. Someone say, Igbos, please never cry or complain like Idomas. Be reminded that the man you reported to is their sponsor. So react same way the Ogonis reacted and you will get peace. Really? So who knows what happened in Ogoni? Someone says, enough is enough. Fulani Esme should go back to their state and stop all the evil they are doing around Nigeria. Giving them notice is a waste of time. Someone says, now you are talking, but I will advise you, do more of acting than talking, even if it is ordinary demo. So guys, let us hear your opinion concerning the ultimatum given to this Esme by Massob. Let's have your take.